This is the Amiibo only run. Amiibos can be used as much as needed. Only items from Amiibos shops are okay. Mandatory items are still allowed. Divine Beasts and the finale must be completed. Let's start. Wait. Someone already did this? No, there's no way. Are you kidding me? Someone already... Oh my god. Okay, I'm still gonna do it. Okay. So, beginning the game, we can't actually use Amiibos until completing the first shrine, but then after that, it gets better once we have the paraglider, then even better once we've completed the first Divine Beast. So I quickly grabbed the Sheikah Slate, and I didn't take those clothes from the chest because they're not from Amiibo. I was so tempted to grab all the sticks and mushrooms and stuff, but I just can't. I don't know what I was testing there, but I got into the shrine, and since mandatory items are still okay, I am allowed to use the runes, paraglider, Zora armor, and just stuff like that. So as soon as I got in, I got magnesis, and the shrine was, as always, easy. I tried throwing the door over because it's easier to use when fighting this guy. It does a lot more damage than just the cube does. I was having trouble though because I have no good weapons. And now I was completed the first shrine out of 4 on the Great Plateau. I used a bunch of Amiibos to get my first weapons and armor and stuff. Well, not armor, but stuff like that. Then I got the bombs and easily cleared the shrine. No difficulty. And now I was halfway down the Great Plateau. I was so scared avoiding the Lionel, but I kind of died trying to use a bomb. But then I finally made it up the hill and into the second last shrine, easily getting stasis and making my way through. That shrine was easy. I finally made my way to the last shrine where I got Cryonis and used it to get the last spirit orb, where I got a stamina vessel. I usually get a heart container, but stamina is just more useful. And then I was able to go up after using some more Amiibos. And then I stole the paraglider from Santa Claus. And I was able to leave. Not before using some more shrines to get armor. And I was off the Great Plateau, getting my first shrine. That's always the first shrine I get off the Great Plateau. I don't know why I did this, but it was just kind of funny. I made my way over to, a stone talus that I didn't mean to go to, but I did. And then when I was using Amiibos, I kept accidentally spawning Epona and then dying. Here I spawned one random one, I don't know why, but I got a Seabreeze boomerang, which is pretty good. And I actually don't use for a long time. I kept on going to Zora's Domain, as this did take a while because I'm not really a pro. I kept on using Amiibos here, and I used the paraglider to kind of skip a lot of this part, but now I had the first essential item to Zora's Domain, which was the armor. Then I already had shock arrows, and I went into trying to board Faruta. Everybody knows that you don't just get one of those shock things, you always get 2 or even more. But getting all the terminals were easy. And then we moved on to Waterblight, who was also surprisingly easy, actually. And considering this is master mode, it should have been a lot harder than it was, but I had a lot of good stuff. I pummeled him instantly. And his second phase was also really easy, just destroying him with a ton of arrows. I got my first heart container, and then got Mifa's Grace. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but for this challenge, I'm not going to be using Daruk's Protection or Urbos's Fury, because that kind of takes away, but I can use Mifa's Grace and Rivali's Gale. I did use some more Amiibos, but not a lot. And the only reason I didn't use the Guardian Amiibo at all was because I actually gave it away to one of my friends. But now I was starting to head over to Death Mountain, which was going to take a long time. So I sped it up a lot here. And yeah, it did take me a while. For some reason I stopped at the tower on the, the Kala Citadel. The Guardian noticed me, which was kind of terrifying considering my current gear. I flew right over where, I flew near where I made one of my very first Zelda short movie. And I got the Divine Helm, which will allow me to get to Goron City without any gear. And since shops are allowed, once I get there, I can get Flamebreaker armor to allow me to get to Yanabu and then to get into the Divine Beast. I don't know why I was fighting these guys. I can't collect any of their loot. I guess it's just funny, just using bombs. And I finally made it up. I sold a ton of my stuff just to get the Flamebreaker chestplate. I can't talk today, sheesh. And then I bought it. And not gonna lie, it looks pretty chunky. But, I mean, it works, so. I easily got to Yanabu with the cannon. And then, I have to be honest here, I was getting kind of nervous because I've only ever done this part in Master Mode once, and it was super hard for me. And yeah, considering I'm not super great, when I got to the Bridge of Eldin, I failed a lot, but I just kept using this card to go. And I tried to save him the first time, which didn't work out. And neither did the second. The third time didn't either. Then on the fourth time, I got it, but it was too close for comfort, and I ended it up down there somehow. But I was now able to climb the mountain and grab one of those big block boys and just destroy everything, because they are so strong. But then once I was able to get in, I used a bunch of Amiibos to scan in for some new weapons because I was going to need them for Fire Blight Ganon. Once I had a decent amount, I put it all on and I teleported right back. I didn't know if I was ready because the part in the dark has always been hard for me, but I did it pretty quickly and got the rest of the terminals very fast as well. Then I was finally ready to face Fire Blight. It wasn't as hard as I expected, but it wasn't super easy. It did take a long time. And then I got my heart container, and I cannot use Daruk's Protection, as I said earlier. So that's kind of sad. But at least I can use the heart container. And I can't use anything that the champions, like any of the champions' weapons, because those don't come from Amiibos. Unless I get the ones that are from Amiibos, but I don't think I will. I don't know why I took this stop just to hit that guy. But I got this tower, and I went down to Rito Village. I don't know what I was doing, bombing the lake. but it wasn't very hard to do this Divine Beast. I don't know why I stopped to throw a bomb in every single house, but I guess I was really bored. Well, I guess I must have been. Yeah, so I was able to get this quest started, and then I got my, what is it now, 3rd memory, I think. And I went to the flight range, but first I did get some cold resistance from selling my items. And then I just went over to see the flight range so that I could shoot the 5 targets, then be able to go up to meta. These guys just really did not leave me alone while I was trying to get up there. It wasn't fun, but I finally got up and was able to easily take out the targets. First try. I don't know why they give literally 3 minutes. It's way too long. We don't need that much time. And I'm bad at the game, and I even don't need that much time, which is saying something. It didn't even take me 20 seconds. It didn't even take me 15 seconds. So they shouldn't give us 3 minutes. I feel like 1 minute at max. But I got through all the terminals, and I didn't bring enough cold resistance, so every couple seconds I had to keep eating, which was a little bit annoying. But I cooked up some meals and went back to getting the terminals, which the terminals are always really easy. And I was about to finish up, and I don't know why if I even used that, so I basically just wasted an arrow. But there was only 1 terminal remaining at this point, so I just had to easily go in here and then shoot the eye and get it from there. Then I was done, and I just had to face Windblight Ganon. And, well, so here's the thing. In Master Mode, he's, I don't want to say hard, but not the easiest. After a while, I did finally get him and get Rivali's Gale. Then I went to Master Koga, defeated him, used a bunch of Amiibos to get ready for Thunderblight, which I beat after a couple tries, but I took a long time just getting the helmets, and I got 2 in a row. It's pretty, I don't know if that's rare. Is that rare? Probably not. But then I went straight back, and I easily finished off Thunderblight. Okay, I'm saying easily, but I'm kind of lying there. It took me like 8 tries. And then I just got a bunch more Amiibos, and yeah. Now, I was fighting Calamity Ganon. He did get me twice, but I was able to parry. And finally, after one last parry and battling him, I won. But now was time for literally the easiest part of any playthrough. It was time for Dark Beast Ganon. He's incredibly easy. Here I got a good, easy 3-shot on him. I had a little bit of difficulty getting this side. I had to use a couple shots, but it wasn't too hard. Then I had to abandon the horse to get the last 2. And finally, I was done. The game, I completed it, only Amiibos. So, all I can say is thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a really fun playthrough, and, well, I'll see you guys when Tears of the Kingdom comes out.